Before you judge this case, you need to hear what federal prosecutors say led from the death of King Von in Atlanta, all the way to a deadly shooting in Los Angeles, and how an interview from inside jail may have changed everything. This story is deeper, darker, and far more complicated than anyone expected. To understand this case, you have to go back to November 2020. Atlanta. King Von, Dirk's best friend, his day one, his OTF brother, gets into an altercation outside a lounge with members of Quays. He was 26 years old. Now, Dirk was devastated. Anyone who followed him during that period knows this broke him. He dedicated music to Von, he cried publicly, he changed. But behind the grief, prosecutors say something else was building. Anger, a desire for revenge. And according to the feds, that desire eventually turned into a plan. Fast forward to August 2022. Quando Rondo is in Los Angeles. And according to federal prosecutors, members of Dirk's OTF collective have been tipped off. They've got Quando Rondo's location. Dirk allegedly placed a $1 million bounty on Quando Rondo's head and told members of his circle that whoever handled it would be made straight, meaning paid up. Prosecutors say that phrase was code. Everyone around Dirk allegedly understood what it meant. On August 18, 2022, shooters in a white sedan roll up to a gas station in Beverly Grove, across from the Beverly Center. They fire more than a dozen shots into a black Cadillac Escalade, believing Quando Rondo was inside. But here's where it gets tragic. Quando Rondo was not in that car. His cousin, Xavier Lul Pab Robinson, was. Lul Pab was struck and rushed to the hospital. He didn't make it, and according to the feds, Dirk still rewarded the shooters, even though they got the wrong person. The government alleges the rewards included jewelry, custom grills, appearances in OTF music videos, and being mentioned in Dirk's lyrics. Prosecutors are arguing those things legally count as anything of value under federal murder-for-hire statutes. Now here's where it gets really interesting, and this is the part that people are going crazy about online. While Dirk is sitting in federal custody, after being arrested in October 2024, he agrees to a phone interview with DJ Academics. And during that interview, Dirk is talking. Prosecutors say the key to this entire case isn't hidden in streets or surveillance. It's in Dirk's own words. From a jailhouse call with DJ Academics to lyrics played in court, the feds claim Dirk has been telling on himself the whole time. But his legal team says it's all being twisted. So, what's the truth? Naturally, freely, the way he always does. Prosecutors are now pointing to statements from that interview as potential self-incrimination. The government has argued in court filings that Dirk's own words, things he said publicly on record in that Academics call, could be used as evidence against him at trial. Now, Dirk's lawyers are fighting hard against this. His defense team, led by high-powered attorney Drew Findling, has been pushing back on every angle. They argue the government is cherry-picking statements and twisting context. But the feds? They're saying what came out of Dirk's mouth during that interview is exactly the kind of thing that helps prove intent, motive, and state of mind. This is a crucial legal concept right here, so stay with me. In federal court, prosecutors don't just need to prove the act happened. They need to prove the defendant was behind it and intended for it to happen. And when a defendant makes public statements that seem to confirm or suggest involvement in criminal activity, that is a gift to the prosecution. And the Academics interview? The feds are treating it like Christmas morning. But the interview isn't the only thing the feds are bringing to the table. Oh no, they want to use his music in court. And this is a conversation that's been happening across hip-hop for years. But this case is about to bring it to a whole new level. Prosecutors have filed motions asking the judge to allow rap lyrics and music videos to be used as evidence. Specifically, they're pointing to Dirk's verse on Babyface Ray's song Wonderful Wayne Jackie Boy, released in December 2022. In the verse, Dirk raps lines that prosecutors say are a direct reference to the Lul Pab shooting and Quando Rondo's reaction to it. The feds are saying those lyrics show Dirk had knowledge of the crime, was boasting about it, and prove consciousness of guilt. They're also pointing to his music video for Risky, released 2 months after the shooting, as well as songs like AHHHHA and Rue about a shooting. It's about lyrics, interviews, informants, and a federal battle over what counts as evidence. Prosecutors say Dirk left a trail. His defense says it's all lies. And with witnesses lining up and bond denied again, this trial is turning into one of the wildest in hip-hop history. Now, Dirk's defense team has a strong counter-argument here. They say the verse on Wonderful Wayne Jackie Boy was actually recorded in January 2022, before the shooting happened. They've provided sworn affidavits from music producers who worked on the track to back this up. And they argue that the Quando Rondo reacting to Lil Pab's death were made by fan pages, not by Dirk. They're arguing there's no legal connection but who are ready to testify that Dirk approved the plan to kill Quando Rondo, helped coordinate travel and logistics for the shooters flying from Chicago to LA, and personally arguing they've been feeding the feds false information. They also allege that this informant may be guilty. His legal team is one of the best in the business and they are fighting on every front. This trial is going to be one of the most closely watched legal cases in hip-hop history. Can a phone interview become evidence? We're about to find out. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Do you think Dirk walks? Or do the feds have enough? Like this video if you learned something, subscribe if you're not already, and I'll see you in the next one.